Not saying that they're all at fault, but these managers these days, they just don't tell you the truth, innit? And they're not honest. A lot of them are not. And a lot of them don't know their stuff. I'll be honest. Like, I've seen that working with two people that have come out of the professional game, like, they understand how it is. They understand man management. They know how to manage players. Just some managers just don't. And you just wonder how some people get jobs. Like, you get me? And I don't know, like I said, them times my mentality was good because I was still going in and doing what I need to do and scoring and working hard and stuff like that. But there was no one telling you the realness. There was no one. You had managers that would have you in the team, not start you, even though you've been doing well. You've been playing 4 or 5 games, maybe not start you, but not speak to you. You'd have managers that would like just all sorts, man. Like they'd be talking about you in the booklet, saying, "Oh, like, yeah, he ain't really been doing too well." In the book that you get on a Saturday match day, but they haven't even said this to you in your face. You're like, wait, hold on a second. You're talking about me in a book, what people can read, but you haven't even spoke to the person you're talking about. I'm your player. So it's like a lot of managers lack man management. They don't know how to manage players, and it's like in non-league you have to be really thick-skinned, man. And you deal with a lot, and a lot of players go from club to club because a lot of players are messed about.
Yeah.
You get me? And some won't tell their story, like, because non-league is a small world, and you don't want this person to have a bad name about you. You don't want this person. You don't want that person. But at the end of the day, like, it is what it is. Say it for what it is. Do you get what I mean? And it's like, it's unfair, basically. If you know you've got another player you want to play, fine. But you need to be able to speak to people. You need to be able, that should be the even as a human, you need to be able to speak to people and communicate with people. Do you get what I mean? So it's just one of them ones, man. It's like, yeah, you go from club to club, all of a sudden you're being called a journeyman, but no one's actually thought, oh, hold on a second, why don't I hear him out and hear what's going on? Because I'm not the only player. This happens to bare players. There's bare players with bare clubs on their CV. You get me? And before you know it, you're tainted with the guy that's always looking for money, that's always on loads of P's, and that chases money, that chases an extra £20. And I'm just, you just sit there and laugh, like, what? I wish I was that guy. Like, I wish that's what I was on. I wish I was on stupid amount of money at this club and £400 and £500 like that. Mate, I would do that. I don't mind. I'd laugh at everybody that's saying that, but it's like, I'm not that guy. And I'm not making that money, and I'm not getting all that money. So what's all this about? So it's like, for me, you have to be, to play non-league, for me, you have to be thick-skinned. You have to be thick-skinned, but at the same time, it's one of them ones, when you get on that pitch, you have to prove them wrong, man. You have to prove them wrong. But at the same time, managers have to be realistic in the fact that, yeah, you might have a bad game. You get me? You're not going to be consistent throughout. You get me? Because then at the same time, it's like, all right, cool. What if we said, put a contract on all your players? These are the players you have to have for the whole season, 18 players. Because that's what the players in the Prem do. They have a transfer period. They can't just get players in and out whenever they feel like it. Do you get what I mean? So then we'll see who the real managers are. Then we'll see who the best managers are. Like, these are your set of boys that you picked. No one picked for you. You pick them. You get me? Based on ability and based on word of mouth or whatever. These are the guys you're working with. Manage them to go and win a league. Manage them to get them in the playoffs. Manage these players. And to be honest, I think that's how managers will even grow. That's how they'll learn more. You get me? But when you've got players on non-contract, if he has 1 or 2 bad games, it's easy for you to just get him out. It's easy for you to just, but you don't understand that some people are living on that money. Some people need that extra bit of money. And all of a sudden, that money's been taken away from them. Not everybody has the same circumstances. You get me? Yeah. Not everybody lives the same. Not everybody. Some people depend on their football money. You get me? Even that little 40, 50 pounds. Yeah, some people's circumstances are different. And it's like, you just take that piece of money or whatever away from them, or you take that piece of joy as well. It's like, I don't know, man. It's very difficult. It's not easy, but I'm still here. So it's possible. Like, I had a good season. I had a very good season. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, people always tell you at the end of the day, it's all about action, and you have to do these things. Like, bro, I finished top goal scorer in the league. The league didn't finish, and I finished top goal scorer at the club. Who can say anything to me now? Nobody. And then now I just got to move to Chelmsford. Who can say anything to me? Nobody. You get what I mean? Like, but at the same time, you have to be ready for when things do go wrong, right? Because that's the other side of it. You know what I mean? And if things do go wrong, you have to be able to fail. The only way you grow and succeed is by failing. And I feel like that's the stage I'm at in my career. So I have no regrets, man. I used to say, oh, I regret this, I regret that, but no, I learned and grew.
And I was gonna say to you, obviously, basically everything that you've spoken on. As a non-league footballer, as a semi-professional footballer, obviously you have a life away from football as well, and
yes,
you have to make ends meet another way as well, and you're depending on what the club is paying for you. Hindsight's obviously a wonderful thing, and obviously you going through the ranks at non-league football, you would have been young. You would have been enthusiastic, and you would have been, wanting to prove yourself at that level. But for you, where do you think the light bulb struck, where you were like, okay, I need to be able to learn how to defend myself, not just on the pitch, but when it came to facing the chairman, when it came to facing your manager, or when it came to facing players and letting them know where you stood?
I think for me, it was the different experiences at different clubs.
Right.
Like I was at Tunbridge. Tunbridge was the fans were good, but obviously the players were good as well. But you had a few players, you had some people there that would be, they'd kind of stick it on you a bit and stuff like that. Like being in certain changing rooms, certain players couldn't be in. Like, you get me? But I'm a very confident person already. It's in my nature. It's in my character. So it's like, that will always come out. That will always come. I think there was a game where I hadn't played in ages. And this is when that rule of, you can't take your top off just came out. Like that rule only came like 4 or 5 years ago. It wasn't that long ago. That rule of taking your top off. I'm right in it, I think. Yeah. So I hadn't played for ages. And I scored a banger. The ball's been whipped into the box and I banged it. Mate, because I hadn't played for so long, I took my top off. I'm going mad. Like, do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like, for me, you have to have that confidence to be able to, because there's no agents or whatever. Well, you can have an agent if you want, but you get bantered for that. Having an agent at non-league level, you get bantered. So there's no agent, there's no nothing. So you have to learn how to negotiate a deal yourself.
Yeah.
You get me? You have to learn how to speak to people. Like, you have to learn how to, do the right things. I'm talking when the chairman says, I don't know, when the chairman says, oh, you guys all come, and I don't know, like the other day we have to go surprise the chairman's son. It was his birthday, so all the players turn up at his house. You do stuff like that. Like, you keep the chairman happy. I like talking to people anyways. I like talking to fans, but when I was at Tunbridge, a lot of the Tunbridge players didn't really do none of that. They found fans annoying. So it's like, I would go and talk to the fans. I'd have a rapport with the fans. I'd like that normal conversation. They're normal people. I'm a normal person. Like, we'd have conversations. How do you think the game was out? So then I said, we'll do this, we'll do that. Normal conversation. They've come to watch you. They pay to watch you. So the least you could do is have a conversation with them. So it's like, on that level is how I grew with the fans. And it was like, I do that anyway, so it's calm. With the manager, I don't know, that took some time. I had to find a balance with that, because, like I said, I've come across so many different sort of managers. I've come across managers that have come into the game a bit too early. They've just finished their playing days and they still see themselves as players. So they don't have to make that transition yet. They haven't made that transition properly. I've had a manager cuss me on Twitter. I've had a manager cuss me on Twitter. I got to a game 2 minutes late. I think it was 2 minutes late. Obviously, we squashed it now, so it doesn't really matter. But I got to a game, I think, 2 minutes late. And I've walked into the changing room. I've gone to sit down. And this is after he'd opened the door, by the way. He opened the door, I went to sit down, I just shook my head in it. I was like, he said, why are you shaking your head for? Like, what? I was thinking, there's no way this guy's talking to me. So I didn't even acknowledge it. I just said, nah, like, you can't talk to me like that. Especially in front of players. Now you're embarrassing me, like I'm not a grown man. Why shaking your head for? Why shaking your head? He took the money out of his pocket and dashed it on the floor. I said, get out. Like, you've been released, bye.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, okay, cool. So I took that. I stomached it. I didn't leave the game, by the way. Everyone else would have left. I didn't leave. I remember I've come to play a match, so I don't have a big jacket. I stayed and watched the match. I was cold. I watched the game. Yeah? And I could see before the game started, he kept checking his phone to see if I tweeted. And I knew he was doing it. Checking his phone to see if I tweeted anything. I didn't tweet nothing. So, yeah, like, game finished. I went up to him again. And I said, I apologized, you know, after he done that to me. Like, I still apologized. I apologized. And he said, no, sorry, mate. No, like, sorry, like, it's done. You've been released. Like, I was like, cool. Got my car and I left. So I'm on Twitter now, whatever. I'm just looking. I can see this guy's, he's like indirecting me or whatever. And I had a trainer these times. Lumi was training me, my guy. And obviously he spoke to the manager when I first signed, innit? Or whatever. Just say, oh yeah, like Alex gonna be playing, we've been working really hard. Just a normal conversation. So he used that and went on Twitter and said, oh, I've got an agent, like look at this guy, got an agent, rubbish player. Just absolutely like gunning me on Twitter. And I was like, what? So hold on a second here, mate. Like you're in the same place every Saturday, like don't take my kindness for weakness because I'll confront you about it. So some time went by. I went to another team now, got Chelmsford Town. I'm playing against his team. So I was just like, mate, like when I see him, I'm gonna confront him. So playing against his team now. And I said, if I score, mate, I'm celebrating in front of him. And this is the one thing about me, like if you move like that with me and I've got a bone to pick with you, mate, I'm going all out in the match. So ball come in the box and I've scored. The header was mad. I scored a header from outside of the box, bro.
Wow. I'm serious power.
Yeah, exactly. So I scored a header from outside the box and I've gone now. And obviously the boys knew from before the game, innit? Because they would banter me, oh, Alex, look, you know, that manager's here now, blah, 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 like, you're not going to do nothing. So they'll banter me. Oh, cool, scored or whatever. I think we even lost the game, but I scored. So at that point, I didn't care because of what had happened. So it was all in the clubhouse now. I just pulled him. I said, mate, can I have a conversation? I said, like, obviously you was on Twitter talking rubbish about me and like where I'm from, we don't take that lightly. Like, it's very disrespectful. Didn't really like it. Like, you done what you done. You released me, dashed the money on the floor. Like, say I'm a fool. You embarrassed me in front of bare people. Like, I don't understand all of that, innit? Like, basically, innit? That's not how you deal with situations, basically. It's like, oh, you know, I apologize. I'm sorry about that. I know I shouldn't have done it. Like, boom, gentleman's handshake, shook hands, and that was it. Like, do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's some managers that come into it a bit too early, I would say. Like, because he's probably definitely not like that now. He's definitely learned, you know, you can't be like that. And obviously, his playing days, isn't it, is what it is. Like, his passion comes out a little bit, and then you feel like you're still on the player's level. You need to know how to manage people. Man management is very important, and I feel like that's one thing that's lacking in non-league with a few managers. They don't have man management skills. And that's one thing I learned this season, man. So it's like, for me, that's what those scenarios and stuff is what shaped me into what I am now, and being at clubs where it's clicky. Like when I was at Concord back in the day, it was a little bit clicky. You know, they all had their circle and stuff. If you don't get in that circle, it's even hard for you to get in the team because people don't know how they talk to the manager and stuff like that. And you know, you're having to deal with all of that, like someone talking about you behind your back. You get me? So now it's not even just down to your football ability. It's more than that.
Yeah.
So there's a lot to deal with on and off the pitch, and there's only so much. Sad to say, but there's only so much you can do on the pitch. You could have the best game, and the manager could ignore you because he doesn't want to piss off his main striker, or he doesn't want to piss off another player. He will tell you that you didn't do well. He'll tell you that you didn't play well. You have like to play in the league. You have to be confident in yourself and confident in your ability, because I could have packed it all in. I was going to pack it all in. You get what I mean? I thought, you know what, like, you can't let people hold you down, man.
Yeah.
And you've just got to be you.
Yeah.
And yeah, I feel like that's what, built me to, be able to talk to players and be able to talk to managers and be able to talk to chairmen and stuff based on what I've learned and what I've been through.
Yeah. I mean that's you as a player. Let's talk about Teniola Time. Teniola the man as a brand. Like you've spoken about, how you've had to kind of battle through the mental aspects of playing in non-league football, from not just on the pitch, but obviously off it as well. And confidence is obviously a big thing for you. And you've been able to make yourself your own brand. Teniola Time.
Yes.
That's how that came about.
Yes. So obviously I touched on it a little bit. I scored in that game, my first game of the season, last minute. I scored in that memorable game, Maidstone, around the last minute as well. The Concord goal, I don't think that was last minute, but like a lot of my goals come last minute. So I always speak to Sam, and he was the kit man these times, Rob. We'd always have a chat before the game, and he just kept it on, innit? And I was like, oh, I like that. That sounds good, Like, oh, okay. So I just rocking with it. I just kept at it. Teniola Time. I'd always have it. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yeah. I thought you were breaking up for a second as well, but I can hear you, bro.
Yeah. I'd always hashtag it. It just had a little ring to it, Then I saw that, the league, whenever they tweeted, they'll tweet that as well. Whenever I'd be in the paper, they'd tweet it as well. Teniola Time. So I just started running with it. And I started doing a bit of, presenting and hosting the Sports Direct. I started doing a whole load of stuff. And I don't know, I found myself in a way. It's like my confidence, being in front of camera. I like being in front of camera and stuff. Speak confidently on camera, funny. I'm very relatable. I could speak to anybody and, we'd have a laugh, we'd have a joke and stuff. So I started meeting footballers and it just felt like I don't know, me, I always treat people like they're the same level, innit? And I feel like because these footballers, they get a lot of stick and they get a lot of people approach them a lot. So it's like, how do you make them feel warm and welcome? They have to do a lot of these shoots with brands all the time, and it's like, it could get boring. So how do I make them feel like it's just calm? And I remember the first player I met was Loftus-Cheek, and he scored, I think, the day before. I said, what are you saying, bro? What's good, man? And he's like, oh, what's going on, bro? You good? And he was it was cold. It was a cold day. And I said, oh, what's going on, bro? You good? He said, yeah, man, I'm good, man. What's good, man? What's good? He's young. You get me? So we're talking. I said, oh, bro, dope goal, man. I said, you've been out injured for a while. So to come back and score, you've done your thing. He said, yeah, man. Thanks, bro. So I said, oh, bro, my little thing's Teniola Time, innit? I play non-league football. I do my thing. You get me? Boom. So just, I'm going to say, what time is it? You say Teniola Time, innit? I said, yeah, that sounds sick. That's sick, though. So I done it. Boom. So I said, yeah, man, I'm going to, I set myself to task. Every footballer I meet, I'm going to get them to say it, innit? Or whatever. So I'm getting everyone to say it, And it's just like, the brand kind of grew through those kind of things. I was meeting footballers, I was doing this. It was still through football. And like I said, non-league, you have to be thick-skinned, because as I'm growing myself, people don't understand me. You get me? And you can be seen as, oh, who's this guy doing all of this stuff and acting like he's some big-time guy and stuff like that. But unless you're in the same changing room as me, unless you're in my team, you're going to think I'm a donut. You're going to think, oh, this guy's a prick. Like, he's annoying. Like, why is he so busy? This is only non-league football. You're not a professional footballer. Why are you making brands and all this? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? And it's like some people just don't understand until they meet you. And a lot of players will say that. You speak to them, they'll tell you, yeah, Alex, like, didn't really feel him before and stuff like that. But You meet him and I'm like, I wouldn't say I'm nasty on the pitch, but I'm nasty on the pitch, innit? Like when I'm on the pitch, it's wartime. Like it's time to go to war, innit? So it flares, like the testosterone starts to flare and stuff like that. So yeah, I try and be a handful as much as I can as well. So it's like, yeah, the brand started growing, but I was still getting stick from people left, right, and centre. I remember a time I was at Barking, we lost 9-0. I got bantered on Twitter for 2 days straight. Like, Teniola time, Teniola time. I wish they scored 10. Teniola time, Teniola time. You took centre 10 times, Teniola time. Like, it was mad. Like, it was mad. But with me, obviously, I'm on Twitter. I'm on all these social media platforms. So I've got to be able to take it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, I have to be able to take it. And it's funny, like, because at the end of the day, you see it, you watch it. So it's good. So I just started growing the brand. And yeah, man, here we are. I've got my website. I've met numerous amount of footballers. I've shot adverts with Nike, Puma, Adidas. Flown out to LA to do this stuff with Arsenal. Trained with Lumberg and sat down, had dinner with Unai Emery. Who else was there? Edu was there as well. Like, he's like the head of football at Arsenal, whatever. Like, mate, if I had listened to all these people in non-league or around that had tried to knock me for creating a brand in non-league, yeah, I wouldn't be where I am today. And it's like, they don't understand that non-league is something that is growing. It's growing and it's being recognized a lot more because there's people that are getting moves, big moves from non-league to the pro game. There's a lot of footballers. There's Alfie May. There's Freddie Ladapo. There's who else? Those are the only chuck I remember off the top of my head at the moment. But there's a few players that are licking moves. There's Liam Nash. Liam Nash is someone I used to play with. Jack Barham, another player. There's players that are going from the non-league game to the professional game. So people are watching non-league. So, and social media is big now. Why not do all these things? Why can't I have a brand that's built through non-league? It's still semi-professional. So there's a professional aspect to it. You get me? We basically do the same things that professionals do. We just the clubs don't have the same sort of money. They don't have the same sort of, but there's stuff that can be done. There's kids that look up to me. There's kids that see me as a role model. Like, and that's a good thing. You're a leader. So you have to lead properly. Do you get what I mean? Like, whatever aspect of life you're in, people watch me. I've got videos on my phone of like kids that do this and pictures of kids that do this and stuff like that. That's my thing. That's my brand. So why not grow it into something that could be amazing? I have a story. We've been talking for a while. I have a story. So why can't I tell my story through non-league? Like, of course you can, because it's a journey at the end of the day. Do you know what I mean? So for me, that's how Teniola Time grew. And I just kept at it, stuck at it, kept hashtagging it on Twitter, kept using it. And then I just started getting different ideas. Then my logo came to me and it was like, I like Jordan's logo. Look at the way he's doing that.
Yeah.
I love overhead kicks. I score crazy goals. People told me I like to score crazy goals. I imagine myself scoring and I've scored a few overhead kicks. Makes sense. I had a picture of me doing an overhead kick, made it a silhouette. Got someone to design the logo. Someone at Sports Direct done the gift for me. And there you go. You've got your logo. Your logo looks sick. Teniola Time. You get me? Before you know it, you're doing this, you're doing that. Before I knew it, what time is it? Come out of nowhere. You add that to it. What time is it? Teniola Time. I've got grown women, adults saying it. That I'm just like, how do you even know what this means? So it's like, mate, the sky is not the limit, mate. Like, you can do whatever you want to do and build a brand as long as you are solely committed and consistent with whatever you're doing, man. So it's just one of them ones, bruv. Branding is key, and Teniola Time is me. That's me, and the brand is like, it's like, I don't know, it shows who I am as a person as well. Like, I'm on the pitch, I'm very confident, like, but at the same time, I'm very humble. And I'll have a conversation with you and stuff like that. I have no problem doing that. I'm very down to earth. I'm still a normal person. Every single person that said congratulations today, I made sure I messaged everybody back to say thank you or something, and gave them a message back, because that's the type of person I am. Like, do you get what I mean? I'm not gonna change because I've gone and signed for Chelmsford, or even if I've gone and signed a pro, mate. If 200 people message me, I'm messaging them back. That's me. Like, and I feel like that's how your brand grows. People start to understand you more through your brand and stuff like that. So yeah, man, I'm just excited to see where the brand goes, to be honest.
Yeah, and I was gonna ask you, what does the future hold for Teniola Time?
Well, now hopefully I'm at a big club, good fan base as well. So hopefully some of those fans pick up on it as well. And it's like the goals help as well. So it's like I'm scoring goals, I'm doing my, like, do you know what I mean? Those things help. Like, so it's not like I'm just doing my brand and I'm not, like,
You're not scoring.
putting my heart and soul into my football. Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, they work hand in hand. I'm a very hard worker. I like to focus on whatever I'm doing. And it's like, yeah, he's got a brand. Yeah, he plays football. Yeah, and I'm still doing my thing. Yeah, I do adverts. I still do this. I do that. But I'm still, like, don't try and, like, I still work as hard as everybody else. Do you get what I mean? To get to where I want to get to. So for me, like, Teniola Time could go many places. I want to present and host all over the world. Like, I want to be a big presenter and do my thing and grow my brand that way. I'm gonna, like, have posters, banners, where you put your cup, the coasters. I'm trying to do it all, but everything will come at the right time. Like, I've just launched my website, teniolatime.com. It's like I could have done that a long time ago, but nah, it's not the right time. Now I've got so much on my CV that I've done that one day I just said, hold on a second, I've achieved so much. Let me put it somewhere, because a lot of people don't understand the brand. Let me put all of that in one place. So I put it all on the website, teniolatime.com. I've got, send me an email now, alex@teniolatime.com. Everything is connecting back to my brand. The more I grow, the more the brand will grow. So nothing will come before it needs to, basically. When I feel like the time is right for me to, I don't know, have a tracksuit or have, I don't know, anything. The time is right, it will come. And it's like a soccer school could come out of it, Teniola Time soccer school, you know, like teaching people the way. A lot of these footballers don't know about non-league. They don't know the right routes to go down. Could be an advisor. I told them what's good, the way to do it. I know one of my friends, Ade, he wants to do something along the lines. Help him out. He helps me out a lot. Like, we both understand each other. We push each other. Not everybody's gonna get you. Not everybody's going to get you. Not everybody's gonna tweet #10 all the time. Not everyone's gonna understand why you might make things in their eyes look bigger than what it is. Because all these people, yeah, that say whatever they say, oh, he's busy, he's this, those are the ones that will set you. Because that day where you're supposed to go and train and you told the gaffer, oh yeah, I just done a little extra bit. You have those players that say, oh, why is he doing extra? He's being busy. Those are the ones that stop you from reaching your goal. Because it's you that's working hard. It's you that's supposed to get to where you want to get to. You've gone and done that extra bit. You know why you wanted to do that extra bit. You know why you wanted to go and do it. So go do it, and they will reap the rewards in the game. You can't listen to those people, because those people, they'll hate. And then when they can't hate no more, they join you. When they realize that they can't stop you, they join you. What else can they do? This guy can't be detoured. Like, Teniola Time could have finished a long time ago, bro. A long time ago. If I'd listened to everybody that was talking rubbish. But it didn't. I bang goals and I'm tapping my wrist, mate. What? You get me? But at the same time, like I said, you have to work hard, though. You have to work hard, but you have to be ready to take L's. Everybody takes L's, but you learn from those L's. You have to fail in life to achieve. Like, you can't be scared of failing. So I'm fine with failing. I'm fine. I don't mind. I know that if things go wrong, yeah, people will say something, but that is normal. I'm not going to say it doesn't affect me. Of course it does, but it doesn't affect me long enough for me to go into depression or anything like that.
Well, Alex,
mentality, man.
It's been a pleasure speaking with you, man. Hearing your story, you're definitely an inspiration to many out there, and not many people are doing what you're doing at the level that you're at. So keep it up, and all the best in your endeavours and the future as well.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for being part of this show. Guys, don't forget you can like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll ensure that you follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, all of that. We'll put Alex's website in there as well. We'll put his Twitter account, his Instagram account. He's very active on there. So make sure you check him out, guys. All right. Alex, it's been a pleasure, bro.
Thank you, man.
Take care.